It's KBKW's Coffee Talk on FM 94.7 and AM 1450. And time now for the Insider Report with Everett Hughes. Good morning, Everett.
And we're inside once again.
Yes, in the Insider Report.
Oh, yes, we are. We're there.
Well, what's on your mind today?
What's on my mind is what's current that you know about, that this may have come across your desk or came to your attention.
Okay, there's an article I have not read yet in the Wall Street Journal where they talk about the fact that Congress may attempt to change the tax code, but they said that it could be politically dangerous to try and do it. And this is both Republicans and Democrats that are looking at maybe taking a stab at this.
That's not a bad idea if they would do something with it.
Uh-huh.
And I think, and I know all we're talking about anymore for the last months and years has been the Affordable Care Act.
Sure.
But if there's anything that would take a revision, that would cause a revision of the tax code, it's going to be the Affordable Care Act. And, of course, you're going to want to know, why does enrolled agent Everett Hughes think that?
Yes, why do you?
Because as of today, we hear the insurance people talk about, well, the taxes are going to pay it. But you know what? In all the seminars I go to and webinars and the IRS information I'm receiving, the IRS is not commenting on how they are exactly going to do this, because there's nothing clear as to, well, number one, will this thing even really implement? But there's nothing really clear as to how, when people have to start going to the exchanges this October, and when they start needing insurance on the 1st of January of 2014. Now we get down the line to it being in your tax return in 2015. Doug, have you even heard an inkling as to how they're proposing to do that?
No.
Neither have I.
I don't think they know for sure.
I don't think they do either. But that being the case, would there be a better time in the circumstances of political life in America? Would there be a better time to wade in to the Internal Revenue Code and restructure something?
You could have a point, but you know what's interesting is even though we said we wouldn't talk about Obamacare, we are. That's how big this is, the elephant in the room.
Well, and I did say I don't want to talk about Obamacare, and then you brought up, I read an article about maybe they're changing the tax code, and I started thinking, well, and here's why.
Aha.
Here's why. And it's because I remember, and I know a lot of the people in the listener land don't, but I was doing tax returns then, too. Once upon a time, there was something called Hillary Care.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And it dominated everything just as intensely as this is. And it never went through. Well, I haven't seen that this is going through. They've already postponed it for businesses with over 50 employees, because not only do the businesses not know how to calculate who is and who is not a full-time employee, the real reason I've heard in some news broadcasts is the IRS computers don't know how to figure out exactly who the full-time employee is. So it's on both sides. So what's happened is a law has been passed that nobody even knows how to implement. I mean, I would think that if they're going to pass a law, they should have spent some time, if not years, calculating the implementation process.
Yeah, man, that just didn't happen. Well, we are just about out of time, so we need people to give you a call if they got some more questions at 533-4131. And, of course, you got your website with all our shows on it.
And it's up there, and the webmaster, Carl, has done a good job again. And it's there, everetthughes.com. Click on radio show.
All right. Well, Everett, you have a good week. Talk to you next Wednesday.
I shall.